This is Shawn Irwin, your youth director with Darts Ontario. Welcome to episode 10 of Darts Ontario Let's Talk Darts. I wanted to talk to our youth players from past and present to see how they got into darts and their story. I'm with Mackenzie Caesar of the London Youth Dart League. All right, thank you for taking the time to answer some questions so the dart community can learn more about Mackenzie. And how are you doing tonight, Mackenzie?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. So with last season being your first season with the London Youth Dart League and Darts Ontario, how was that experience playing in a league?
The league is a lot of fun. It gives me more competition, more practice. Practice in person against kids my age, people my age, I should say. And yeah, it's a lot better to be in a league than be by yourself. That's for sure.
Now, how did you get started playing darts and how old were you?
I got started just my dad has always played, so just watching him play, and then he would teach me every once in a while, and then yeah, so he was the one that got me into it, and I've been playing like seriously for 3, 4 years now, I think.
And where were you playing before joining the league?
Uh, like I would play in this local league at the Legion, like with really really old people that I really wasn't any competition. Like it was just for fun. And then so once I realized that I wanted to actually play, I realized that I needed better competition to make myself better.
Yeah. And I guess it was your dad that got you inspired for you to play competitively?
Yeah, he was the one that really pushed me to do that.
Yeah. And how often do you practice?
Um, I usually when I can, but now that with Corona, I find it pretty hard to find the motivation to practice. So
Yeah.
just probably like 3 or 4 times a week now.
Now, practicing is never as fun as a real game, but how do you make practicing fun for you so you stay involved in practicing?
That's a thing I find really hard to do. But Dart Connect, just playing against like the Dart Connect bot, that really helps. I think that to push you to hit something, or else you're gonna lose the game. Or just playing online against friends and stuff like that.
A lot of people are playing online now. It seems to be the new thing since we can't really go to the legions or clubs to actually play. So
Yeah.
now, how do you prepare yourself before a big match and stay focused?
I usually just put headphones in, listen to music, not talk to anybody really, just focus on myself, try to clear my head, focus on the game.
Now, darts is a very emotional game. So how do you stay focused during that game while you're playing someone?
It's really you just gotta be calm. I try to just be calm, not worry about if I have one bad throw. I can always make up for it in the next one, and hope that the person misses, I guess, and just try to stay positive the whole time during the game.
Now, what's the best part of competing for you?
I just I like the little bit of pressure that it adds. Well, not the little bit, the a lot of pressure that it adds. I think I play a little better when there's pressure.
Some do, that's for sure. And what's the most important part of the game of darts for you?
Um, Probably just being around people, just being able to have a big group of people that you can always have friends, have a good time, just stuff like that.
It's the social aspect of it, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
After a good performance in a match and it's over, what's the one thing you like to do afterwards?
Well, if there's another game, worry about that one. Try not to. Well, I try to stay positive about that one. Try to take what I did in that game into the next one.
And that's the big thing, because if a match doesn't go well, because we don't always win, how do you prepare yourself and be able to forget about that match and concentrate on that next match? Do you have trouble with that when it comes to maybe losing a match and then getting ready for the next one?
Yeah, I sometimes it's when you throw a really bad game, it's tough to get back into the groove again. Or if you play a couple bad legs, it's tough to get back into it. But I try to just stay calm and stay positive. Hope the next throw's better.
Yeah. Now, I first met you in Owen Sound at the Legion Provincials in 2019. And it didn't take long for you to make a name for yourself as you beat Rob Taylor of Oshawa in the finals to be the provincial champion. So congrats on that. Well done.
Thank you.
Tell us about that experience with the days leading up to the event and the long day competing and winning the title.
Well, that was my really first big tournament, I guess. And so I was really, really nervous about that one. And then, so it was a long day, that's for sure. Had to wake up at like 6:30 to drive to, I can't even remember where we played. And then just played the whole day there, and that was really nerve-wracking, that's for sure. It's pretty tough to throw straight when your arm's shaking, that's for sure.
Yeah. Now take us in that final match. Have you heard about Rob Taylor before and how he's done?
At that point, I really didn't know a whole lot of people, like, because that was my really first year competing other than the year before, but I was in junior. That was my first senior. So it was just, I really didn't know anybody. So I really didn't worry about anybody, that's all.
That's good.
But I later did find out that he won the year before.
Yeah. He actually finished second, but he did go to nationals and did quite well as well at nationals. So Rob was a great player playing the youth event, but he's no longer a youth anymore. So this was your first year competing at the Darts Ontario Zone Shoot. How was that experience as you finished first in your zone shoot?
I That was fun. It was our league and then another league from London, and I hadn't met those kids yet, so that was nice to meet them, get to play with them, and yeah, I played really well that day.
Yeah. As you competed in your first Darts Ontario provincials, you finished top 8 in doubles and singles. Tell us about the weekend in both events.
Um, at first when I got there, I thought I was throwing good, but as the day went on, I started to slow down a bit and slacken, and then I found it really hard to dig out of that hole. But I was lucky enough to make it onto the second day for singles, and but just uh, just couldn't do nothing the second day, and it was just bad for singles. And then doubles, I don't know, we just couldn't get nothing going, missing doubles, and the other team taking advantage.
It's all about hitting your doubles first, right?
Yeah.
Well, you did very well, and there's a lot of competition in the senior males for Darts Ontario. And a lot of these boys, they know that they can go to nationals. And that's the big thing, is getting to provincials, but making the team and going to nationals. So that's the big difference between the Legion and Darts Ontario, is a chance to represent your province. So hopefully next year, as you have one more year in the youth program.
Yeah.
So what was the best part of the provincial weekend for you?
I just like going away and staying in a hotel and just having fun with kids my age.
Yeah. So what are your goals for next season, and how are you going to work towards reaching those goals?
Well, I'd like to make Team Ontario for Darts Ontario, and I just gotta practice more, practice harder, I guess.
Yeah, just keep on practicing. In the game of darts, it's so much calculation while you're standing at the line and knowing what to hit for, right away. And how have you done to improve your game in calculating?
I like to think of what I'm gonna hit before I figure all the math out before I get up to the board, just to make life easier as you're standing there. So I think of, if I hit a triple, I got this. If I hit a single, I got this. Just before I get up there, and it helps me stay focused in the game when the other person's throwing.
Now, do you have a favorite double you like to go for?
Yeah, probably double 16.
Double 16. And there's many reasons why double 16 is one of the best doubles to hit too. So, and who are some of your biggest supporters while you compete in darts?
Definitely my mom and dad, for sure. They're always supporting me every step of the way.
And they were there in Owen Sound last year as you won the title.
Yes,
They were quite excited.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, do you play any other sports?
Not really anymore.
No. And do you have any other hobbies then?
I guess video games and just normal stuff like that, I guess.
Yeah, but playing a lot of darts when you can. If it wasn't COVID, you'd be playing a lot of darts, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Now, I know you've only played Darts Ontario one season, but do you have a favorite opponent you love to play against? And if there's one player in the world you'd love to play, who would that be and why?
Um, my favorite opponent is probably Jason or Braden Hall, like Jason Farnan and Braden Hall, because I think they're Braden's really good now. I feel like Braden's gone another level in the last year or so, and Jason, I feel like he always puts up a good game. And player that I would like to play, hopefully just any of the top guys one day, hopefully.
Yeah. Braden and Jason, just great sportsmanship, and they've really improved their darts. And yes, Braden's definitely taken it to the next level with all his online dart experience right now. Now, you said you're playing a little bit of online darts. Are you playing in a league at all?
I'm in the CDC Junior League that they have right now.
Good. And how are you doing in that?
Uh, I'm first in my division right now.
Good for
So
you.
I'm doing pretty good.
And do we know some of the players in your division?
Um, Caden Palmatier, Nate Shirk, and I think that's it in my division.
Yeah, we know them.
That I know personally.
Yeah. So as we wrap this up, one more question. How would you give advice for younger youth players trying to come in and compete at your level?
Just try to stay out of your own head. That's all it is. If you're confident in yourself and you know you can play good, then you just gotta stay out of your own head, think positive, and think that you're gonna win the game. That's the most important part. Just staying out of your own head, I think.
That's some great advice. So, well, I really thank you, Mackenzie, for doing this, and we wish you luck as you search to try and reach your goals. And hopefully, we see you at some tournaments and, of course, next year's provincials.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. You have a good night.
You too.
That was great talking to Mackenzie Caesar. Sure look forward to seeing him play next year in darts. Make sure you go to our website at www.dartsontario.com. Sorry, try that again. www.dartsontario.ca to find out all the information about our organization, and make sure you go to our Facebook page and hit like so you get all the updates. Are you a current or former youth player of the Darts Ontario Youth Program? If you'd like to be on one of our episodes, please email me at youth@dartsontario.com. This is Shawn Irwin, your Darts Ontario Youth Director. Thank you for tuning in, and do not miss the next episode, as episode 11 of Darts Ontario Let's Talk Darts, as we will be with two-time provincial junior male champion from 2018 and 2019. Thank you.